Where are you sending us?
Well, this is a fun one.
Streaming July 23rd on Paramount Plus, the hit series Star Trek Strange New Worlds returns.
You are facing the finest crew in Starfleet.
Boldly go one step closer
Any of these missions could be on Ost.
to where it all began.
We've seen a lot of strange new worlds, but we'll never see something like this.
Star Trek Strange New Worlds. New season streaming July 23rd exclusively on Paramount Plus.
1 second, you're cleaning the gutters. The next, the fire alarm's blaring. Smoke billows out the window. In 1 second, everything can change. That's why ADT offers DIY security systems that let you monitor everything from the ADT Plus app. Their technology helps first responders find you in an emergency. So tackle your to-do list. Your home's protected. When every second counts, count on ADT. Visit ADT.com to learn more.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the LPN Show. Recorded both in Los Angeles and New York City. We're just, here to hang out. Have a good time. All right. I'll talk to y'all after a while.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the LPN Show. I am your host for this episode, Ben Kissel. And now I got Holden McNeely joining me. Thank you, Holden.
Holdenators, oh, you're welcome. Uh-oh. Is there a knock on the door? Oh my God, is it mildly concerned Christopher? Yeah, it's me, mildly concerned Christopher. It's a little scary out there, guys.
It is, man. It is.
It is. Thank you for joining us, Christopher. Are you concerned about anything? Oh, yeah. I'm worried that I didn't wash my fruit enough before I ate it this morning and that my stove was left on. Well, you should go check on that. Okay. See you later, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, I love mildly concerned Christopher. He sounds appropriate for this time. We should be mildly concerned, but we shouldn't go crazy.
Well, I would be concerned about him. He is been accused recently of murdering and chopping up his wife. So.
You know what, man? It's a quarantine. What happens during quarantine stays in quarantine. That's what I say.
So this is fun, Ben. What is this?
This is nothing. This is us hanging out. You know, we put Roundtable of Gentlemen back on Spotify, and everyone says, we want to hear you two. We want to hear you buffoons chatting, just dumb chatting. And we said, okay, we can do that. We literally do that every day. Holden and I have been doing that on a regular basis, or at the very least one time when we played Division 2 together, massacring the True Sons. Who are they? Who's their daddy? Holden and Ben.
Absolutely. I'm excited to get some games in tonight. Looks like Henry's wife will finally let him play video games tonight.
Thank God.
I'm excited for that as well, that we will also maybe murder some people then. It has been a video game bonanza over here for me.
Video games, man, all I know is they are the lifeblood of the country right now. They're saving families. They're saving relationships. Usually relationships have a fight over like, Timmy plays too many video games and doesn't pay attention to me.
Right.
Or vice versa. Maybe Samantha plays too many video games. But now it is like, play video games, stay away from me. I need my alone time. You go with your weird, kind of hard / sort of soft erection and play video games alone, please.
But you have to be careful, Ben, because I will tell you this right here, right now. Street Fighter did ruin sex for me one time.
Well, I think you ruined the sex for you.
Well, the game was they were being mean in the game, and I got mad at the game, and it's actually, we were supposed to have sex after my fighting session in the game, and it was so embarrassing to my wife that she actually said, no sex for you now, because I got too mad at the game. So be careful out there, ladies and gentlemen.
Are you Tom Hanks from the movie Big? Are you a 13-year-old that made a wish on the boardwalk and that wish came true, but it turns out he turned you in, the wizard or whatever that was, turned you into you?
The plot points of that film. No, I'm actually Chet Hanks. I am trying to start my hip-hop career in this quarantine.
What are you?
I'm Chet Hanks, the weird son with the tattoos that's trying to be a hip-hop artist.
Well, that's new to me.
You don't know about Chet Hanks?
No, I don't know anything about that.
They have like a black sheep son who's like covered in tattoos and is trying to be like a rapper, but he's also like clearly Tom Hanks' son.
Oh, we're talking Hanks here. We're talking the big Hanks, the quarantined Hanks, the coronavirus infected Hanks. Well, that would be fine. I didn't realize that Tom Hanks named his child Chet.
That's the thing. If you're there's a Colin Hanks and a Tom Hanks. If you name your kid Colin, you're gonna get a Colin. That guy wears collared shirts. He goes to school.
Right.
Chet, though, of course, Chet is off the rails. But they love him, though.
Of course they love him. The Hanks are the only good Hollywood family. Chet, I don't even know where that name would come from. And if there's a Chet listening, I'm not demeaning the name. I'm just wondering where it came from because it's not a full name. I didn't know what you were saying for a little while. Chet, it's not biblical, which is totally fine. You don't have to name all your kids after the Bible or anything else, but I just never heard the name Chet before, and I'm a little bit wondering what it means.
Chet is a masculine given name, often a nickname for Chester, which means fortress or camp.
So he's a camp?
Yeah, he is a camp or a fortress. Which makes sense. He is a hip hop rapping tower.
Okay.
Of pain and love. You know what I mean?
I love it, man. All right.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Chet was ranked 1,027th in popularity for males of all ages in a sample of the 1990 U.S. Census.
Oh, wow. Okay. So didn't quite, as a name, did not quite top the top 1,000. I thought you were saying that Chet was one of the worst 1,000 rappers in the country. I'm happy for him. I just feel like this is actually a true story. This is a real thought that I have when it comes to the ultra-rich.
Uh-huh.
One of the things the ultra-rich don't have the privilege of being a part of is normal society. Like, they can't, like, Mitt Romney can't listen to Fortunate Son by CCR and really understand what that song is all about. They can't listen to Bruce Springsteen. Chris Christie tried to be a fan of Bruce Springsteen, and Bruce Springsteen literally called him out at a concert, basically just calling him a fat asshole.
Right.
So when you are super rich, you just cannot be involved in certain things. Music is for the people. If you're Chet Hanks, what are you rapping about? Not your nanny didn't wipe your butt front to back one day? What are you talking about?
That's the toughest thing. I mean, this is what I'm saying. And I struggled with this as a rich child, right? Because I grew up very pampered and given to. I was like, I want the Batmobile, and they would get it every time on the dime.
I know they did.
Technodrome. I had the Technodrome. I had
yes.
all the Ninja Turtles. I had the sewer. I had everything. I had the fucking blimp.
Yes, I am well aware. It's been a hard. That's why we have had to be so mean to you. All of our, as a collective group of friends, we are forced every day to just say something mean to you, so that you just try to bring you back to normal.
I would, if they didn't get me exactly what I needed within 15 minutes, I would piss on my own hands and I would just start playing Slap the Walls and until they would go out and get me the toys I needed. So I get it. And then, of course, later I was like, oh, I want to have a unique, interesting comedic voice.
Right.
No. How? I was just given everything.
I don't know.
So that is why I had to buckle up, move to New York, start from scratch. I'd put soot on my cheeks to pretend to be a poor, and I'd walk around and grift and do these sorts of things.
You worked at a desk job.
I tipped around the city.
I will say, I remember those hungover mornings because, of course, Holden and I lived together for a solid 8 years. I remember going to bed at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning and waking up to go to the bathroom at like 9 a.m. And Holden in his horribly wrinkled khakis, smelling like Jack Nicholson on a boat, just getting ready to kill Natalie Wood, and just being like, I gotta go to work, and be like, all right,
yeah,
peace, bro, and I would go back to bed because to be fair, in a flip world, at that point I was just taking care of dogs,
right?
So I got an easier break for a few years when it comes to the day job. That is true. I'll concede that.
That's true, but I don't think you could scream for the Ninja Turtle toy and get it with the snap of your finger as a child.
Absolutely not. My dad was a mastermind of talking me down to the low or to the cheaper product. My parents wouldn't even bring me into the mall because there was a KB store, KB Toys in there. But they were wonderful. And once a week, I got a $5 toy. That was
sweet.
which is pretty sweet. So, and that was before what we see today, kids, where you got your $13, $14, $17 toys. Back then,
Right.
$4.99. That was your
Right.
going rate for an action figure. That's all you needed. So I got a $5 toy, and I could whatever was in that range. But to be fair, the cool Batmans. The cool TMNTs were in there, but if I wanted to get the Fortress,
Oh, yeah, you had to
that's
wait
a
till the
Christmas
holidays.
gift.
You just gave me the funniest memory. So,
Got to.
all right, this is back when I was working an office job, actually, with Henry Zabrowski. We worked together in this awful office. It was this, like, nonprofit housing thing. It was whatever.
You guys were on the front lines of rent stabilization?
Yes, we were on the front lines fighting the good fight, and he wanted so bad, of course, iPods, all the rage at that time. This really dates us right here, but MP3 players, but specifically iPods. You could put your whole music library on there.
I know.
It syncs to your computer. He asked for it for Christmas. His mother gave him the most hilarious, like, black market MP3 player. It would just play, like, it could only play, like, 5 songs and played them randomly. There was no way to choose. He was so disappointed. And it was one of those things, too, you know, when you get a gift, like, you ask for something and you get it, but it's not really the thing you wanted. So for the first, like, week, you act like it's, like, just as good as the thing you wanted. You're like, no, it's fine, it's great. I got an MP3 player, finally. And then, like, a weekend, he's just like, I fucking hate this thing. I just kept making fun of him because, of course, I had the iPod because I was like, you know what I mean?
Did your parents give you the iPod as a gift when you were almost 30 years old?
Maybe, Ben, but that's besides the point. The point is that Henry's parents gave him a bad Honestly, my parents would do the same thing. I remember when my brother wanted a, like, car stereo, and they just gave him, like, what is that thing with parents where they find the knockoff brand, even if it's, like, $10 cheaper, and it's vastly under quality?
You know, I'm a little bit team parent on this one. If you want it, you got to buy it yourself.
Okay.
If you want to do it, you got to do it yourself.
Okay.
If you want to get the actual product, you know these boomers, man. The boomer brain, I don't know what happened in the 70s. I have no clue what drugs were in the water, but their brains are just a little bit off. So when you tell them, "Oh, I want a PlayStation 4," if they see a shoe that is called PlayStation, they will buy the shoe. Like,
Right.
they don't have critical thinking skills in a lot of ways.
Right.
When it comes to gifts, but I think that's a skill. And you say, "Oh, you're saving $10," but you got to remember, they're buying for the whole family. That $10 adds up very quickly.
Well, then maybe they can eat a little less that month. Is that so difficult to do, Father? Have a couple less hamburgers, all right?
It's weird to say this because I don't condone it, but I feel like your parents needed to beat you a little bit more, and you have to have a fine line. You know, there needs to be a fine line. Like, I remember when I was 12 years old, I stood up to my father and I said, "No more yelling at me."
Right.
And then he never yelled at me again. Dare I say he let me do whatever I want, almost to a fault, because then I got a little bit nutty when it comes to the boozing and the drugging. We had a good time, though, and certainly drove a lot. But I feel like there's a middle ground between getting your kids whatever they want and then physically destroying them and beating them. But it has to be a sweet spot where the kids have to be. Kids still need to be mildly scared of their parents, just a touch.
And I definitely was not once I got into middle school. In fact, I blamed them. Looking back on it, I believe I blamed them for the fact that I did not kiss a girl until I was in college, and it really was unfair. Yeah, I didn't kiss a girl. I didn't see I didn't know what a vagina looked like till I was 24. But either way.
Really?
No. I saw a vagina sooner than that, but not till college. Everything happened in 1 year, though. It was unbelievable. It was a spiritual, sexual awakening. I used to just, like, oil myself up in the morning and just, like, walk outside and just say, "Come flock to me, my flock, my flocklin."
Yeah.
And then I would have
like
sex.
Jared Leto.
Yeah, like Jared Leto. Yeah, I had one of those cafeas and everything.
Who would follow Jared Leto? But that's a whole nother conversation. I'm sure they'll be talking about that.
I know,
on
right?
page 7.
I don't know if we will be talking about Jared Leto.
I don't know.
He's got some sticky business these days, it sounds like. But either way, I will say, I look back at that time, I was like, I was such an asshole to you guys. You know what I mean? Like, I remember one thing I used to do, like, my dad's a corny, funny dad, and he'd make a lot of jokes at the dinner table. And even if we were in mixed company and he'd make a corny dad joke, I'd go, ha ha ha, and then just stare at him with this mean face.
Right,
In front of his friends and stuff. I would try to humiliate him. It was awful.
You got to get the hits in when you can still do it. My father had a great technique because it's not abuse. It's about hurting your children in public without anyone else knowing. My dad would do the thumb thing where you take your thumb, you take your index finger, you put it right between the webbing of the index finger and the thumb of your child, and you just squeeze it ever so. It sends a shockwave to the brain, and it lets you know that you are in church, it's time to be quiet. Or they grab the back of the neck, and they do the back of the neck squeeze. Classic. And the thing is, that's a dually, where not only do people not know that you're hurting your child, they also think, oh, that's so nice. He's touching his child in a polite way, in a loving way, in a way that says, I'm here to protect you. But the reality is, the pain is setting in, and the child is not going to talk anymore. That's what your dad needed to do. He needed to find a few Father Krav Maga moves that he could get away with in public. No one will know. They also don't leave a mark. This is not an episode about how to hurt your children.
You are just condoning physical abuse.
I am not saying that. I'm just saying, do you want your kid to end up like Holden, or do you want them to end up like, I'll just say myself in this analogy.
I don't think they would end up like either of us. I don't think either of us is a good example of someone to end up like. But
That's true.
I will say they would take away my McDonald's, and that was devastating to me at the time. I was eating McDonald's at least 3 times a week. Monday night, Friday night, you get that. Friday night, you get that number 3, take it home, TGIF. You're talking Full House. You're talking Sister.
Oh.
You're talking hamburgers. You're talking French fries. You're talking utter loneliness, not having friends, not actually talking to another human being. Those were some of my greatest memories of my childhood, sadly enough.
Hey, I'm with you on TGIF. I'm with you on, what was Thursday was like, what? Thank God it isn't Wednesday. What the hell was the name of the thing they would do?
Thursday must see TV.
Must see TV
That was
Thursday.
Seinfeld, Frasier. We're talking
Friends.
Friends. Well, Friends was like, whatever, but you know what I mean?
No, but Friends was huge. People in my high school used to have Friends parties. I never understood it. I don't particularly care for the 3-camera sitcom. Seinfeld, I was a Seinfeld guy. I am going to concede that point. And I believe that show still kind of holds up, although it gives me mild amounts of anxiety. And now as all the characters have sort of grown, I'm going to call this out right now.
What?
Juliette Lewis-Dreyfus is the greatest comedic actor of our time, and she's the most successful person from the cast of Seinfeld, including Jerry himself.
I will kind of agree with you on that. I think you're basing that also on Veep, but I will say...
Yes, and the life of Catherine... Catherine.
Whatever.
She had a whole bunch of shit.
I will say this, though. I have been watching Schitt's Creek, and Catherine O'Hara is the greatest comedic actress of our time.
Catherine O'Hara is unbelievable.
Catherine O'Hara is unbelievable, Ben. And if you're not watching Schitt's Creek specifically to see her go off every episode, it is the greatest thing
I
ever.
know a couple of folks that write on that show,
What?
and I'm sure you do too, Holden. They're very successful.
Are they
doing
shitty?
great.
Do I
Support
hate
it.
them?
No.
I don't hate them.
I don't think
Who
so.
writes on that show that we know?
I don't want to say their names.
I don't like them, I think. Do I not like
No,
them?
you do like them. Who don't you? Do you have,
I have
feuds
many
that I don't know
enemies,
about?
Ben. Oh, I hate the world. I hate the world, Ben.
The one good thing about modern society is that improv comedy has been destroyed because it doesn't work on Instagram. The feuds from the comedy scene, UCB, People's Improv Theater, that was called The Pit. The feuds that we grew up with in New York when we both got here in 2000. I got here in 06. Dude. I think you're an 05 guy.
Yeah, I'm an 05 boy.
The feuds were so unbelievably comical in hindsight.
It was like West Side Story, but improv groups.
Yeah. Which is just West Side Story.
Oh, man. Could you imagine waking up to an email from the comedy theater that you dedicated your last 10 years of your life to? Just saying, oh, yeah, no, it's not happening anymore. You're just fucked via email. Could you imagine?
I mean, I would assume
I would burn the building down. I would burn, like, that's like you guys just being like, hey, I know we've been doing like Roundtable, like all these shows together stuff, but yeah, you're just like via email, you're just fucking not in Last Podcast Network anymore. All right? And I touched the boys.
You know, I will, if you are ever not in the Last Podcast Network, ever, if you are kicked out because your ego took over, you're wearing nothing but velour suits, you're out there and you're just like, I am the golden child, which I'm actually fine if you say that because it's important to have confidence and that's what the audience really likes. I will personally fire you. I feel like there's another part of that's the thing where everyone fires over email. The joy of firing someone, and obviously I love you, but the joy of firing someone that you don't like, that has got to be a super high.
Yeah.
You have all the power in the situation.
You finally get to, due to a mass pandemic, get to make people cry that you hate, and you're not going to take advantage of that? You're just going to send a fucking email
Have
out?
fun with it. Have fun with it. Oh, was that? Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I mean.
Anyway.
Sorry. Not to name names, but the UCB mass fired a bunch of people.
They did. Well, they're very busy. I think that entire company. I don't know if you are. This is my advice. Hey, take it.
Ben's Advice Corner. Beep, 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 beep. It's time for Ben's Advice Corner.
If you are coming to New York and you want to become an actor, an actress, a comedian, there's no need to go to school for it. That's my only advice. A lot of people waste a lot of money going to these schools, and you don't really get anything from the school. And then if you, air quotes, graduate from the school, you still pay to perform.
Yes.
My advice to all people, now you have to work your ass off before you get paid. You do shows for free.
Yes.
You do spend your own money.
Pay your dues, but you got to figure out how. I'm going to piggyback on this. You got to figure out how to do it yourself.
Do it yourself.
Get it in front of an audience yourself, and that's how you'll learn. That's how you do it.
And the audience to start with is just the 5 people you met when you come to New York or LA or Austin or Atlanta. It's just your friends, and then they bring their friends, and then that's how you start a show. And all you need to have a show, we've done shows with 3 people, 5 people, now hundreds of people. All you need is more than 3 people. And I would say I've even done shows with less.
And I think people need to hear this too. Even Last Podcast on the Left was doing shows for like 5 people live.
Easy.
When you guys first started doing live shows, but you put it up yourself. You found a space to do it. The beautiful thing about New York, LA, it's a little trickier, but it's still there. There's always a venue for you to put your show up somewhere, even if it's some fucking weirdo's basement art gallery pop up, but you can fucking get it done. I absolutely 100% agree with you on that, Ben. 100%. And some of these people are going into these pay-to-play comedy schools coming out of amassing a huge amount of college debt. So, like,
oh, of course.
Just an and you're working a full-time job. So it's just highway murder. I mean, honestly, this whole, not to get too real. Are we too real? Too real. But this,
I don't know.
This whole thing, I will say this pandemic thing is really going to shake up that whole improv sketch comedy racket for fucking sure, dog. For sure. Now let's do some improv ourselves. Ben.
You want to do some improv?
Yes,
okay.
Absolutely. Okay, give us the time. Tell Travis to give us a suggestion.
Okay, Travis Morningstar from Abe Lincoln's Top Hat. Do we have a suggestion? Bus stop.
Okay.
Bus stop.
Freeze! I'll fucking kill you! Put your fucking hands up!
I'd prefer if you didn't.
Oh, yeah? Would you like to have a
I would
blowjob
prefer
instead? Oh,
Oh, what kind of bus stop is this?
And scene.
Wow. See, you don't gotta go to school to learn improv.
Not at all.
Anyway, Holden, round table of gentlemen, you talked a lot about having sex with your mother.
Yes.
How is that holding up?
It's going quite well. Of course, now I have new mommy, so that's a whole new thing. The only problem is I can't.
That's Lexi. That's your beautiful wife who you just took off air. Holden just took the last cup of coffee from his wife, which is, again, why your father needed to beat you. At least your mom.
I made that pot of coffee. She was still asleep in bed.
Everything is half and half.
Why can't I have the coffee?
Because your wife wanted it.
No, but this is what I do.
I don't know the rules.
Why can't I have it?
To be fair, I criticize my friends who are married sometimes because you're not being a good enough husband. I can't handle anything.
Yeah.
That's why I go alone. I'm a lone wolf with a dog.
How are you handling this time, though? Is this weird for you?
Dude, all I know is if I could legally marry my PlayStation 4, it would be a marriage made in heaven. I am like in utero, like those fetuses in the Matrix. I didn't realize they were having a great time within that saltwater sack.
You don't want the red pill, yeah.
I don't want the red pill. I want to sit on my couch, which is now just becoming toilet paper.
Yes,
it's disgusting.
I bet.
The whole thing is gross. I want to play my games. I want to stay connected. I want to become Lawnmower Man.
Right.
I was not a gamer. For years, Holden played video games. I would watch. I actually didn't really mind watching. I'd have my BLs, watch him play the games. They're so good. The stories are so good. And sometimes I wanted to watch a TV show, but for the most part, I was like, whatever, Holden plays video games. I can watch this. I want to be in the game now. I want to be Lawnmower Man. I want to officially just meld myself in the world. But of course, I guess if you did that, then in reality, if you died in the game, then you would die
in real life.
In real life. And that's not good because I die a lot.
Call me a squirrel, because I'm covered in acorns. That's right. So many people are focused on where their money is today. And Acorns is the financial wellness app that cares about where your money is going tomorrow. Let Acorns work for you. You put acorns in the ground and you're going to get trees tomorrow. That's right, investments. And with the Acorns potential screen, you could find out what your money is capable of. I always do that. I'm like, I want to invest in something that I like. Let's say cheeseburgers. Okay? That's kind of hard to do. Acorns will help you find a cheeseburger that is right for you. So sign up now, and Acorns will boost your new account with a $5 bonus investment. Wow! Join the over 14 million all-time customers who have already saved and invested over $27 billion with Acorns. Head to acorns.com/left or download the Acorns app to get started. Paid non-client endorsement. Compensation provides incentive to positively promote Acorns. Tier 2 compensation provided. Potential subject to various factors such as customers' accounts, age, and investment settings. Does not include Acorns fees. Results do not predict or represent the performance of any Acorns portfolio. Investment results will vary. Investing involves risk. Acorns Advisors, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. View important disclosures at acorns.com/left.
This podcast is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is an all-in-one website platform that helps you stand out online. Yes, that's right. You don't have to smash your face with a hammer. You can just start a business. It's got everything you need on Squarespace, from securing your domain to building a professional site and showcasing your work all in one place. Let's say you want to show everybody how you can carve your ribs out of your lower abdomen so that you look more like a Ken doll. That's amazing. You can bring your vision to life with AI-powered design or curated templates, plus flexible editing tools that help you create something that truly reflects your style, especially if you are somebody that is trying to corrupt the young men of America. That's what Squarespace is really going to help you. Squarespace makes it easy. It makes it easy for you to put all that together, and you just go to Squarespace and do it all. Thanks, Braden. Head to squarespace.com/left for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use offer code LEFT to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. You know, I rip around in the bed. You might actually not be surprised by this, but I'm a restless sleeper. I roll back and forth like an alligator with a wounded deer. But something's changed in my house, and it's thanks to Boll and Branch. You know, people keep their bedding way longer than they should. It's because people are afraid of change. Not me. I burn my sheets once a week, but I don't need to, because Boll and Branch's signature organic cotton sheets, pillows, blankets, and comforters are all designed to be breathable, incredibly soft. They get better over time. Start with the signature sheets. You're going to buy 2 sets so you can rotate them. Come on, you're going to want to. The moment you get into bed, you'll notice a difference. I know I did. I just got fresh from the bath. I was fully lotioned. And sliding into those sheets kind of felt like, to be honest, I felt like the luckiest pasta filling in the whole world. All right, they're really good. You will like them. You will feel like a brand new laid chicken. Which is, we're all going for it. Just trying to be a hot chick again. Sleep cooler this summer with Boll and Branch during their annual summer event. For a limited time, get 20% off site-wide at bollandbranch.com/left with code LEFT. That's Boll and Branch, BOLLAND branch.com/left. Code LEFT to take 20% off. bollandbranch.com/left, code LEFT. Exclusions apply. Summer schedules can get busy fast with camps, vacations, sports, family time. And, you know, every single time Carmi eats a block of dark chocolate, we got to take her to the emergency room. You know how much time that takes. All right, IXL makes it easy to keep learning part of the routine in just a few minutes a day. IXL is an award-winning online learning platform that helps kids truly understand what they're learning, whether they're building math confidence, strengthening reading and writing skills, or reviewing science concepts. From pre-K through 12th grade, IXL offers personalized, interactive learning that adapts to each child's level and pace, which is great because Carmi has been really slow in biology, and Wendy has really been struggling with American history, mostly just because she doesn't agree with the way it's being taught. So it's really important. You make an impact on your child's learning. Wendy, as soon as she gets her chicken, she is ready for all of her lessons. And Carmi just really has to eat 5 or 6 bites of liver, beef liver, chicken liver, and then she can really get down to, I'm hoping this is the year she reads To Kill a Mockingbird. So really, IXL, thank you. Make an impact on your child's learning. Get IXL now. And Last Podcast on the Left listeners can get an exclusive 20% off at IXL membership when they sign up today at IXL.com/left. Visit IXL.com/left to get the most effective learning program out there at the best price.
I will say, too, to answer your question from before, I love New Mommy Mom, but I'm having a hard time getting the milk out of New Mom, so I may have to inseminate in order to receive the milk with a dip.
Well, are you guys, are
we trying?
Are you doing that?
We, unfortunately, this whole sort of, I don't know, like worldwide virus disease is really making it shitty to want to put something in her body that would make her need to go to the hospital right now. But,
well, you don't have to go right now. I think you can wait a little while. She wouldn't even know she was pregnant for a minute.
We will start trying soon. I did come in a cup, and they did look at my semen. That was weird, Ben.
You did?
Yes. And by the way, I'm a very sweaty person. Everybody knows this. Holden McNeely, he is sweaty. And that
Lumpy
day,
and sweaty.
it was a very hot day, and I did not wear a good shirt for what I had to do. It was a gray shirt where the sweat stains really show. It was also very far from the subway train, Ben. And so by the time...
Why? Okay, also, Holden sweats, and this is true. Holden sweats what looks to be a uterus on his stomach.
Yes.
It sweats in 2 different ways. It literally looks like ovaries going up to his breasts. So when you walked into the hospital,
these things are true.
What does the doctor say to you? Is he like, "Are you okay?" You sound like Will Smith in The Pursuit of Happiness when he was going for the job interview and he loses a shoe because he gets hit by a car. Although that story is very heroic, and at your story, you have to come in a cup.
It was a small doctor's office. I walked in. It was a very attractive receptionist, incredibly attractive. I am dripping with sweat, and I'm just like, I am here to give my cum to you. And she led
What
me.
do you say? What do you say when you're going to go give your cum to the doctor?
I believe it was just something along the line. I'm here for the 2 o'clock. You know what I mean? I'm holding, whatever. I'm dripping with sweat. There's not great air conditioning in this doctor's office. She gives me a cup. She leads me upstairs. This is a little room next to a doctor's office with a woman sitting inside, a woman doctor, with the door open. She leads me in this creepy room. There's a creepy black chair, like leather chair that you could sit in that I did not sit in. There was a TV. There were pornographic magazines and there were DVDs. I did not touch those. This is pre-COVID too, but I didn't touch them.
Oh my goodness.
I said, hey, they've got Wi-Fi. I've got the greatest hits right here on my phone, right? I've got it all.
You have your Pornhub, your X-Video, whatever it is.
I pulled up a very fun threesome video, and it's a very good video where the two women, they're fighting over the man's penis. They're sort of at odds with each other.
Sure.
And they're kind of competing with each other. And then he's like, why don't we all work together, And then they all sort of become friends in a sexual way after that. So I masturbated to that video. I put it all I left it all on the dance floor, Ben. I got all that. Yeah, I filled the cup up, and then I had to take it downstairs. By the way, I am now, because I don't know about you, but when I masturbate, my heart rate becomes bigger.
Yeah, sure. Of course, it goes up a little bit.
I'm sweating even harder. I go into the there's a bathroom across the way. I run into the bathroom and try to dry off with paper towels.
With the cum?
With the cum. I take the cum downstairs. I have to hand it to an old man in a tiny room. And then I walk out and I had to pay for my session. I had to pay them $200 to steal cum from me. And so I'm sitting there just drenched in sweat. There's now a line of 3 people behind me. It was humiliating. I ran out of the office in just terror.
You had 1/10 of the experience of one of those women that have to go into the casting couch,
right,
and they don't realize how far it's going to go, perhaps.
Very similar.
So did the man, what did he do? Did he put a straw in it, sip it up, and be like, yeah, it's cum?
Good.
What do they even do to know? And again, I am not a
I think he probably, I think he looked at it.
And then what was the message?
I can't believe I would have procreate with you. But I think they look at it in a microscope. And the thing is this, I've got a ton of boys, but they're a little slow. They're a little baked out. They're a little high. And I was worried about that because I smoke gargantuan amounts of weed.
So that's a real thing.
Mm-hmm. My boys are a little slow. They're a little baked out, but there's a ton of them. And they're ready to fucking party, bro. So we're looking good. And her business is looking pretty good too, of course. She has more of a timeline. That's why we're going to start trying soon. So that's
great.
The moral of that story.
Well, I think this is a wonderful time to start having a baby. Your gaming is going very well.
Yep.
I see that you're sitting in an extremely comfortable chair.
Mm-hmm.
What will you do, Holden? Because this is going to happen.
Right.
When your son or daughter, or something in between, I don't know what you're going to have, when they want to start playing the video games that daddy is playing, when they take the remote, I feel like you're going to have to stop at some point during the life cycle of your child. You're going to have to stop playing video games because you're going to have to let them play. Is that going to be a possibility?
Yeah, but we're not going to be doing no, not none, P-word S. Okay? No P-word S. They have to really bring it. They've got to come into the room ready to play. If they can't beat me 2 out of 3 in Street Fighter, they need to go back to the drawing board, okay? And during my sleeping hours, that's when they train, all right? And that's how we're going to do this thing, okay? You're not just going to come in and I'm going to go, I'm so magically bad at the game because you're fucking 5, okay? Get your fucking shit together, you little fuck face.
Well,
shit.
Honestly, minus all the slurring at the child and the curse words there for no reason, I think that you may make a better child than you. Because that seems to me like not hard, but a fair amount of discipline.
Yes.
When it comes to the child.
Yes.
You make them get good. Don't go down to the kid. I think that's good advice if you listen to a lot of the people who played basketball with their sons or daughters, they didn't let them make every layup. No, you block them if they go in weak.
Right.
That's how you get better. So I don't know what that means for your child. Maybe you monitor. Maybe in the future, as we're seeing with this pandemic, one of the things that I'm surprised has not filled the power vacuum of sport more is online gaming.
Yeah.
This is online gaming is actually pretty fun to watch because these dudes and chicks are unbelievable.
Yeah.
And it really is. I wasn't talking. I saw an interview with one of the dudes playing, and he was talking about his training regimen. He was talking about what he eats before and during the games. He was like so intense, and I thought that was very interesting. And so maybe if we're going to live in a world now where we have roaming pandemics every 10 years,
right,
or even not, I think online gaming should be on the forefront. So maybe your kids could make money on online gaming, and then you can have the conversation. When I was a kid, there was no way to make money on online gaming. You were just a big, fat, kind of a nerd, you know?
Right. I was pretty in shape at that time, but yes, now I'm fat.
In shape. Well, everyone, we're allowed. But I feel like your kid could actually make a future in online gaming, perhaps, or just whatever in the game world.
This is the problem, Ben. You know, and I know it's going to be a jock. Lexi and I have been talking about this for a while. Our kid will be a motherfucking basketball pounding, butt slapping, pedal to the metal, just true blue, all-American baseball, hot dog, slanging jock. For sure.
I would love to be able to talk to your kid. I think that sounds awesome. If you could have a jocular child, I think that would be just wonderful. I'll go out to the yard with him. I'll let him hit me a bunch. I don't know what the kids are doing these days. I'll bring a wrestling mat over every time I babysit. I'll wrestle with the kid, but not in a priest way.
Right. Would you recommend wrestling to the
Wrestling is one of the best sports a kid can do. Hurts the joints a little bit as you get older. But if you think about it, it's fine for the brain, not like football. No CTE coming in with wrestling. Low to the ground doesn't hurt your knees like basketball.
I don't think I would allow...
Treat you disciplined.
I don't think I would allow my kid to play football at this point. Because of
I don't think you're going to have a problem with it. I don't think that your kid is going to... Does Lexi come from an athletic family?
Nah, I don't... No, not at all. No,
but your older brother is very athletic.
Yes.
Your older brother is a little bit more put together.
Oh, he played all the sports. I was the nerdy, weird theater kid. Everybody loved Avery. Everybody hated Holden. And it was just the constant cycle. He was great. And even the sports I would pick up, like, well, Avery's not playing soccer. I'll play soccer. And then he was like, no, I'm going to play that this year. And I'm going to be the goalie, and I'm going to be the best on the team. Cool.
Right.
Thanks for that, Avery. And then I played lacrosse. He's like, I too play lacrosse. And now I am the best on the team. It was brutal.
Well, you got to beat him. Anyway, you mentioned the number 3 McDonald's order, and I'm trying to...
Quarter pounder with cheese.
No, I was going to guess it.
Oh.
But that is what I was going to guess.
Here's a story about that. So always had my go-to quarter pounder with cheese, whether it was Wendy's or McDonald's. I had a big crush on this girl named Liz, and I finally got her to go to lunch with me. During senior year of high school, you could leave campus to go wherever you want. And I took her to Wendy's. Classy guy that I am. I figured, let's class it up. Let's not do the normal McDonald's Burger King fare. Let's go to where they put the fucking mayo on the square patty, right?
I agree with you. I think that Wendy's, until Arby's came into town, Wendy's was the classiest place to go for fast food.
So I take her to the Wendy's and I order my go-to, a number 3. Ha 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 ha, no. A number 3 at Wendy's is this like disgusting triple-decker burger. I've sit down with this thing. I'm like, oh no, I ordered the wrong thing. And then I'm like trying to eat this thing. I've got just slobby meat all over my face. Ugh, it's falling apart in my hands because it's so greasy because it's 3 patties. It was so humiliating. She was laughing at me. She was taunting me. I was so in love with her. I would have paid $1 million to just see what one of her breasts looked like. I was so horny. Especially at that time. I was incredible. Ben, oh my God, I was so revved up. My word.
I believe it, buddy.
And so such an embarrassing moment for me.
But honestly, though, that could go the either way. Maybe if it was the one. She sees it. Oh, that big old beef patty dripping down his strange, kind of a lumpy, kind of going through the lumps like a marble race. He's a man's man. Look at all the meat he can consume. Wow, he's my kind of. It looks like he can unlock his jaw like a snake eating a turkey egg. Although turkeys don't lay eggs. Maybe they do. I think all birds lay eggs.
Turkeys lay eggs. Yeah.
I think they all lay eggs. Whatever it is. She's aroused. Now it's time for you to show up. We saw what you can do with the burger, but now let's see what you can do with the bun.
Right.
If you know what I mean.
So
maybe
you mean let her
and
fuck
at that
me in the
point,
ass? Is that what you're saying? Jesus God, man, it's high school. We're not graduated up to that fucking level, bro. We're not. That's college fare.
I don't know. What I'm saying is, if you did get to the next level, because of your inexperience, that may have been worse than just having it sort of be done with the disgusting drippings coming off your chin as you guys sit at Wendy's and talk about I don't even maybe Columbine.
Dude,
I have no idea what you guys were talking about.
That probably is. That's about around the same time period, huh? Yeah,
that was our senior year.
I think it was that for sure. I wish I had not blown it with her, Liz. If you're listening to this, I think we still got something going. I would have to get a secret divorce from my wife, though, to make it happen. So, and I do love my wife, by the way. I love my wife. She can hear this right now. Hi, honey, I'm kidding. I'm not going to get a divorce. It's completely fine.
No, you're definitely not going to be the one that gets a divorce in that relationship. Everyone knows that. But have you checked up on Liz lately? That's one of the few things that social media provides us is the crushes that we all had for all genders. You can check up on them. 8 out of 10 times, they're not going to be doing great.
Right.
But then sometimes you look at them and you were like, yep,
dude,
that's right. Out of my league since day one and continues to be.
I won't say her name. She has a very hot girl name, but I will say severely disappointed when I looked into like the hottest girl in my school now. So
how's she doing?
She's happy. She's got kids and everything, but it did not continue after high school. I will say that. It did not continue the hotness factor.
As opposed to Henry, Holden, Marcus, myself, Eddie, Jackie, just the hottest people in the world.
Wow.
I hope that everyone is happy out there. And if you were, that's the nice thing. High school is not the end-all be-all when it comes to who is doing well in life. And Lexi just sent Holden a picture of a animated character flipping him the bird. So that'll be a fight later. Very happy that we could cause that.
She's wearing a cute little it's her avatar wearing a cute little unicorn costume with a giant foam middle finger being pointed directly at me. So that it will be a fun divorceo fight for us after this, which is fantastic.
Very nice, and hopefully some lovemaking can happen afterwards, and we can get an LPN baby. Another one, because of course we have Molly Neffel, your compadre, on page 7. Make sure to listen to Holden on everything he does. Page 7.
Yes.
Wizard and the Bruiser.
Absolutely.
Go down the road of the Round Table of Gentlemen. Many years ago we recorded those episodes. I don't think any episode, and none of us are sober on any episode.
Right.
Fully.
100%.
It's basically like kind of drunk to super drunk, but it's just fun, nonstop banter. A lot of animal insemination conversations for some reason. It's because Marcus coming from the ranch life, of course.
We should have called it the ranch life.
We could have called it the ranch life.
I also want to say congratulations, Ben. I see a giant bottle of water in front of you. Stay hydrated, my friend. You got
Thank
this.
you.
You got also
I will.
Ben Kissel, Abe Lincoln's top hat. Oh my God, Kind of Fun, the wrestling show.
Yes.
And of course, Last Podcast on the Left, I hear is a fun show that
we're out there. To. Well, thank you so much. And thanks everyone for supporting the network. We appreciate you. We're going to get through this time together as we always do. And yeah, I suppose that's about it. I don't want to go, but
I
we'll play Division 2 later on tonight.
We will play. I think we're going to get Henry to play. Also, Wizard and the Bruiser podcast. Check that out as well. I don't know if you mentioned that, but that's the
I
one.
did mention it, but Wizard and the Bruiser, it's amazing. And they will be going on the road live as soon as they let us leave our house.
Yeah, that's happening real soon.
I can't, it's the year that wasn't. Very exciting.
Very exciting.
Okay, everyone, hail yourselves. We'll talk to you soon. Holden, do you do you go off with a catchphrase?
Wow, I might have AIDS!
Bye, everyone.
This show is made possible by listeners like you. Thanks to our ad sponsors, you can support our shows by supporting them. For more shows like the one you just listened to, go to lastpodcastnetwork.com.
Hey, podcast listeners. Mr. Ballin here to let you know we are now publishing 4 times a week on my podcast, Mr. Ballin Podcast, Strange, Dark, and Mysterious Stories. That's right, you'll be getting 4 new episodes a week covering unbelievable mysteries, chilling true crime, and stories so strange they sound made up. But they aren't. They're all true. Don't miss an episode. Listen to and follow Mr. Ballin Podcast, Strange, Dark, and Mysterious Stories wherever you get your podcasts or on YouTube.
Ever walk past a place for rent and wish you could just take a peek inside? Maybe even explore the layout. Envision the natural light streaming through the windows. Or plan where your vinyl record collection would go. At Apartments.com, you can. With tools like their 3D virtual tours, you can see the exact unit you could be living in. Really envision yourself in your new home with Apartments.com, the place to find a place.